Good morning. So this morning, and some interesting stuff is coming up for me. Interesting meaning, ew, I don't want to deal with this. And so, yeah, it's bringing up this shadow or stuff around wanting to belong, not wanting to be left out, feeling like wanting to be picked. And so all of that childhood stuff is being triggered for me today. I'm out here throwing the ball for the doggies. Get the day going. Try to run their little legs off. Come on. Cooper's, of course, hogging all of the balls, as usual. Cooper, come on. Give me the ball. Come on. Anyway, moving on. I love, but I don't love that these layers continue to unfold, and I know that they will because we're constantly growing. But geez, I seriously wish that I could just go through my life and not always be looking at every side to every situation, because I'm like, gosh, I just want to be. I just want to tune everything out and just play and be, I guess, not have a bunch of adult responsibilities and, all the things. Come on, guys. Come on. So this belonging part, as a child, I used to be the one that would have all of the sleepovers. For my birthday, I would invite like 20, 30 kids from school, and we would do sleepovers, and my mom and I, we would decorate, and I would cover the light downstairs with this iridescent cellophane paper, and I'd get out all the confetti, and I just went all out. And then one year we planned a scavenger hunt, because those are fun. Another year we played light as a feather, stiff as a board. The cool, fun, things that you do. Or at least I did. But I was always the one making the plans and asking other people to do things. Also, when my family would go on vacation, I would be able to invite someone to go along with us. But I was never the one invited. I was always the one inviting. And when it came time for somebody to be picked for something, I don't ever recall being the one picked, and that hurt my feelings as a child. And so today, this situation, I felt like I was being left out and I was not being picked. Sorry. There you go. I was not the one chosen, and I was kind of being I didn't feel important or part of the group. And so this is actually the first day since I've started this challenge where I've had this sensation in my solar plexus, my gut, that tight feeling, sick to my stomach, a feeling that I dealt with for long time. A whole nother story. But anyway, it's interesting to me how I'm a very independent person. I was a latchkey child, and my parents were divorced when I was 3 or so, and so I always learned to be very independent, play by myself, entertain myself. I'm a curious person. I was always a curious child, adventure seeking. I'd always go on walks by myself out in the desert, like, in Eastern Oregon, and go look for geodes and crystals and all sorts of things. But there has been this part of myself that has sadness to it. And even as I'm talking, it's bringing up this sadness. And I feel like I want to tear up, because it's like, being a child, you just want to fit in, and you want to belong, and you want to have friends. And this thing, this conversation made me feel the same way, because we're going to this big event and I'm in a different hotel resort than the people that I was hoping to, be a part of the group. And so I'm kind of just feeling like I'm not important. And it's bringing up that old stuff. And I mean, then I know well enough that this is just my stuff, and, it's a story I'm making up, and, the conversation didn't mean that I was not being chosen or being left out, and I'm the one making the thing about it. And, I always appreciate these moments to see where my stuff is, because then I can face it and work through it. But it's just interesting. This morning I just wanted to allow this energy to come up, because it's ready to be released. It's really heavy. And I just feel like I'm going to be lonely again. And like, I'll be amongst thousands of people at this event. It's a Dr. Joe Dispenza event in Cancun this next month. I'm going to feel like I don't have friends. I'm not going with anybody. I don't have friends. People that are, yeah. So I'm kind of just going to have to find new people, or I don't know. But that's kind of like my pattern is, it's a safety zone. I just kind of throw myself out there. And, I just feel conflicted, because I in those kind of circumstances, I see people that kind of come as friends or in a group, and then they kind of focus on their group, and then they don't really go outside of their comfort zone. There's that, which, I don't want to do. But then I also want to feel picked. I want to feel important. I want to feel included. Like, I sound like I'm whining. But it's just, it's not my adult self. It's my inner child that always felt like I wasn't picked by friends. I always felt a little, I am definitely different. Odd, quirky, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, so I don't know, this feeling, it is moving up into my chest. It's making my chest kind of tight, and I don't want to suppress the feelings. So, thank you for listening and helping hold space for my process. Take a breath, Angela. Take a breath. Yeah. Yeah, what comes up is that, see how I'm smiling? I learned as a child, always, put a smile on, and it's a mask. It's a mask, smile and cover up how I'm actually feeling. Where's your ball, Abby? Abby, we still have Abby here. If you watched my dog, Day in the Life of a Dog Sitter video, you'll see all of us running around trying to get the balls. Yeah, but so this is a mask. This, tell you something that's hurting me or sad or bringing up these feelings of some discomfort or something that is not like cheery and, all is well. And then I learned to use humor, wit, deflection, lots of deflection, and a smile to pass it off and say, nothing to see here. It's like me being vulnerable is really scary. It's interesting. I became a therapist and I really enjoyed holding space for other people. But when it came to holding space for myself or allowing others to see my really soft, tender sides, geez, that was scary. Yeah. What do you want, Abby? There's Abby. Look at it. Ooh, Abby. Ready? Go get the ball. I'm out here with my wet hair. We're waiting for Banksy and Lola to come. This is Thursday, and they were here Tuesday. So wrapping up daycare. But anyway, back to the masks. So, come on. The masks we wear. This is my biggest mask, I think. Deflection. I was the master of deflecting all of my life. Anytime I was in an uncomfortable situation, I was like super. I had that skill down really good. But I know that I can't just deflect. I'm acknowledging my feelings of this coming up and feeling sad. It also brings up feeling alone, loneliness. Me and the dogs. Hi, baby. Look at Cooper. Are you guarding the balls? Come on now, share. Man. As a child, I didn't want to share either. I loved when I went to, daycare or whatever, for latchkey children. There was a tricycle I loved. It was red. And they would open up the gates, and I would always run to get that tricycle. And I would get it every single day because fastest gets the mostest. And so I would go get that tricycle, and then I was told one day, I don't know, I think it was my mom, Angela, you gotta let the other kids play with the... I was like, why? No, that's mine. Oh, golly gee. Anyway, so yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this unfolds. I'm just gonna be with it today and relax into these feelings and maybe journal a little bit if I feel like I need to. Kids. Oh boy. Come on, Abby. Come on, guys. It's a little chilly out here. Anyway, I think this about concludes today's check-in, today's video. It's interesting to see what comes up every single day. Every single day brings up a little something. Never know what it's going to be, right? Because something, Spirit, God, Source, Universe sends you little tests, little things to give you the opportunity to clear this old crap out. And yeah, that's, I guess, what today is all about. Letting myself feel not chosen. I choose myself, though. I do. I always choose myself. Okay, enough rattling on. Much love to you, and I hope you have a fabulous day.